but he has been seamless in terms of where he plays this year.
Sacha Kljestan has been the leading serviceman in MLS this season. He'll take the free kick here for New York. MLS leader in assists so far this year with 13. Launches this into the box. This one headed across and cleared away. That away.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion, Camara and Evan Bush, but if you don't hear the goalkeeper shout for it, you've got to go for it as a defender. Camara does a good job putting it.
Followed by their first corner of the night. Sacha Kljestan is 1 assist away from tying the club record, which he shares with 2 other players. This ball launched in to designated player in the trade with Chicago. Kljestan from the near side. Referee Chris Penso backs up, and here's the second corner of the match by New York. Sacha plays it back. Philippe Horner of the match for New York. 7 minutes gone by, scoreless and sweltering Red Bull Arena. Punched away by Bush. Romero. Bernier with a foot injury, and as Tina told you, Harrison Shipp out of the lineup for Montreal. Here's Davis in the Red Bull midfield. Wright Phillips to the far side. Here's Duval. Plays this back. Chance for New York. That crack takes a deflection. We asked Dennis Hamlet that prior to the game, and if anything, he said, no, it expedites what we want to do.
And his face kind of lit up when we asked him about the weather. That plays into Red Bull style.
Mule able to pull this back. Has to deal with Oyongo. Alex Mule wins that battle. Plays it back. Service by Duval. Grella able to keep it in play. His 6 goals, second on the Red Bulls team this year. This ball deflects. Front office fight so long to gain depth. They've done that with some new additions. We might see one of them. Omer Damari for the Red Bulls tonight, and then you lose a player like Lade. In the meantime, Grella plays it across, brought down, Wright Phillips, save me!
You always have to realize what happens if I lose the ball.
He is on loan from Bologna for the rest of the season. New York trying to answer back. Wright Phillips! Collision in the box, but it's in. The goal will...
We just saw it. There it is. Once again, Sacha Kljestan plays that ball into a perfect pass for Bradley Wright Phillips. And once Bradley Wright Phillips has the ball here, 9 out of 10 times he's going to put it away. He makes the run. Perfect pass by Kljestan. Bradley Wright Phillips. Many reasons.
Robles and the Red Bulls tied at 1.
We've seen Aurelien Collin before where he kind of plays on the edge of picking up a card or worse. You really don't have the luxury, of course, of bringing in Perenelle now if things get rough in the second half.
And that's the situation for the Red Bulls now. All the games, all the competitions, you need 3 you absolutely rely on. Here's Wright Phillips laying it off. Kljestan takes a touch, gives it back. Bradley Wright Phillips tries to curl it. A strong addition to the Montreal Impact. Here's Grella. Collin. Well played by New York in tight space. Grella now using the width of the field. Plays it across. Duval. Into space. Mule. The New York kid will get on this. Has a step on Simon. Plays this. Camara got a foot to it. Gets the call from Penso.
Well, again, Montreal has done a good job breaking up the speed and rhythm of the game. That's what they came in here tonight to try to do. They've been pretty successful.
Far side. Chris Duval to the foot of Kljestan. Here's the Wake Forest man giving it back. Shot from the far side. That's redirect.
That was a beautiful ball played in. Duval to Sean Davis. He looks up. That's the perfect ball. Kudos to Sean Davis. We talked about him before the game. That's a brilliant ball played in, and Bradley Wright Phillips, he knows what to do with that.
It's too far. Robles takes control.
Well, again, game management. If you're New York, don't risk anything now.
Lawrence. His service, looking for the fifth. Comeback. Question about his status for tonight. Well, he's answered all questions. A 2-goal first half. And he continues his remarkable productivity as the second half begins. We see no changes for either side. Mule gets this to Grella. Mike Grella continues to possess. Takes it towards the goal line. This goes back. Davis! Yes! Sean! Back into the attack the other way. Grella on the move for New York. Mike Grella. What a beautiful move around.
Well, again, that's just one quick cutback. That's the strength of Mike Grella. So shifty.
60 hard-fought minutes. They've got this 3-1 lead. They're up a man. They've invested a lot here, though, physically. Over the head of Simon.
Ball, so should not be able to enable Montreal to find open players.
Dennis Hamlet told us he wanted to see Piatti specifically be physical when you can. But he's shifty sometimes, doesn't allow you to make an impact that way. Zizzo to Davis. See how they play the corner. Red Bulls up 2 goals and playing up a man. Straight red card. Ambrose Oyongo in the second half. Grella for Felipe. Takes a push.
But does he fit into the system?
Grella. Duval. Felipe looks at goal, took a deflection to that in the opening seconds of the second half. Felipe with a crack.
He wants his crack at goal. Why not? He deserves it.
Watch the New York corner. That's been the difference in his play this year. He's putting up those productive numbers you want to see with the bite that he brings to the midfield. Stripped by Verone. And Gonzalo off to the races the other way. Gets by Simon. Continues on. Avoids Cabrera as well. Here come the Red Bulls. Verone doesn't dish to Grella. He wants to do it himself, and the shot saved.